That's more like it. Welcome into the Bruins fan reaction for Game 2 of the 2018-19 season. If you had questions after last night, some of them should have been put to rest tonight. One, however, that was not was the Tuukka Rask topic because the man himself, Jaroslav Halak, with a 32-save shutout, and all that's going to do is make Twitter just a little more crazy about how much Tuukka's worthless and we can trade him, which I don't agree with. Halak, however, makes that argument seem a little more likely, but I think you got to see a lot more of Halak before you can even remotely have that conversation. Anyway, enough of that. Bruins win 4-0, as I've already said. Exciting game for me and all Bruins fans, I think, because after last night's 7-0 butt-kicking from the Capitals that we received, it's nice to see that we are on the other end giving someone else a shutout instead of receiving the shutout. Halak was fantastic tonight. Marchand was fantastic tonight, 4 assists. The power play looked good, and the lone opportunity he had, 1-for-1 on the power play, looked good. Ryan Donato picked up that goal. I called him for 30 goals in the preseason video. He's on pace for 41 right now, every other game. That's going to keep it up. But yeah, power play, Buffalo 0-for-2. Last night, the Capitals scored 4 on the power play, so really glad to see that number go down. But yeah. So let me dive into the details of the game and how the goals happened. Okay, first let's go over some lineup moves that were made by Bruce Cassidy before the game. First, you take Chris Wagner out, you take the grid out, and you insert the skill of Anders Bjork. Bjork would play on the third line with Kuraly and Heinen. Donato would be moved up the second line playing with DeBrusk and Krejci. I feel like that move strongly suits Ryan Donato. Very offensive player, needs good players around him to create space so Donato can utilize his good shot. With Kuraly and Backus the other day, just nothing was going right for that line, and when space isn't created, Donato's not his most effective. On the fourth line, you have Chari, Nordstrom, and Backus, who were very effective. Backus won a lot of puck battles. Nordstrom blocked some shots. Chari was good along the boards. Good fourth line performance tonight. The third line I thought was a little better. I think Kuraly, Bjork, and Heinen worked well together. How that goes against better teams than Buffalo, I don't know. I did predict Buffalo as a playoff team. They laid the goose egg tonight. It's kind of funny, you know. You got the Capitals winning the cup. We get shut out by them. Buffalo wins the lottery. We shut them out. So, interesting, just a little note there. But anyway, those lineup changes were made. Not much was changed with the D except for the minutes of the second and third pair were fairly even. And then Chara and McAvoy took the workload of about like 22 minutes for McAvoy and I think like 25 for Chara. As you'd expect them to do. They're your shutdown pair. One thing I realized about Buffalo is not many great chances were created by them, and I expected more with their lineup of Skinner, Eichel. Rasmus Dahlin looked decent, I will say that. He was good with the passing. Defensively, not the best. In his own zone, not the best, but, you know, shows a lot of potential. It's probably just not all there yet. It's his first game. Shouldn't judge him too much on it. But it was cool to see him play. It's always cool to see a #1 draft pick play. So the puck drops in Buffalo, and the game is pretty even to start. Some chances both ways. But eventually, Marchand gets the puck, and by the way, didn't get suspended for jumping Lars Eller. Good job. He starts trucking up the ice with a head of steam, not getting the puck off his stick, takes it into the zone, stops, throws it cross zone to incoming Char, who's joining the rush, has a wide open lane at the end, takes it, big man, big stick, big goals, top shelf, over the blocker of Hutton. You could argue Hutton should have made a better attempt on it, but Chara does what he needs to do to put in the net, and the Bruins go up 1-0. So after this goal, Buffalo's arena goes dead. When you score on a team as the away team first, early in the game, it takes a lot of energy out of the building, and Buffalo would never gain that back tonight because we just smothered them. But late in the first, Bruins go to the power play because Vladimir Sobotka, a new Sabre, slashes David Pastrnak. The second power play unit comes out there and looks very good, but doesn't really get any A-plus opportunities. But the way they were moving the puck was promising going forward in the season. So then the big boys come out there. Pastrnak, Bergeron, Marchand, Donato, and I think it was Grzelcyk still on that power play unit. Don't quote me on that, but I think he was still there on this. And so Donato gets a turnover at mid-ice, takes it into the zone, passes it to Bergeron, who just entered the zone. Bergeron slides it cross zone to Marchand. Beautiful pass. Marchand sees Donato, who streaked to the back post, wide open, sends him a laser pass, and Donato right in the back of the net. Carahun had no chance. He was going left to right to left because of the cross-zone passing that the Bruins were doing. It was tic-tac goal, as Jack Edwards said perfectly. Beautiful passing play. The Bruins go up 2-0 in the first, and the first comes to an end. And as a Bruins fan, you are very happy after the first. After getting killed by the Capitals, this was a perfect response in the first period. Puck battles were being won. Good sticks. Even period at the beginning, but the Bruins took it over from about the 15th minute on. After the Bruins scored that first goal, it was all the Bruins. And props to them for showing up tonight. They really needed to after yesterday. So then we go to the second period, and Buffalo played a good second period, but they could not get on the score sheet because of Jaroslav Halak, who made a few key saves. The Bruins would get the lone goal of the period, though. That goal would come pretty late in the second, too. So the Bruins with their first line out there, and David Krejci. I think David Krejci was on there because Bergeron already subbed off or went for a line change. Marchand picks up the puck off a Buffalo Sabre defender, just gets a turnover easily, like picking candy from a baby, taking candy from a baby. I don't know why I said picking. Anyway, but he takes it off the Buffalo Sabres defender, does a nice little backhand pass to Krejci, who's coming down like middle right of the slot. Krejci sees Pastrnak back post, kind of like Donato back post. Pastrnak, though, feels he has time to settle it. Settles the pass from Krejci. Beautiful pass from Krejci, by the way. And roofs it. Roofs it. Just plows it up there. No chance for Hutton. Really no chance for Hutton on that one. Hutton got a raw deal tonight. Minus the first goal. Hutton got a raw deal tonight because those other two goals he had no chance on. From that point on, it was basically the Bruins game. They grinded out the win in the third period. Very low-action third. Bruins just won a lot of puck battles. You like what you see out of there. Good character in the third to not break down at any point and give Buffalo a cheap goal anywhere. The team really helped Jaroslav Halak get the shutout in the third. They were playing for him. You could definitely tell. A lot of block shots, a lot of grit, a lot of character in that third period. Eventually, that led to a shorthanded empty net goal for Patrice Bergeron, created by Brad Marchand, turnover and pass up the ice. And Brad Marchand was a monster tonight. 4 assists, really helps you if you had him in fantasy. And yeah, you might think he should have been suspended for jumping out there. Well, he's here, and it doesn't really matter. 4 assists, and just a very complete game from the Bruins. I wouldn't say anyone besides Marchand like stood out as being outstanding, like from a stats and highlight performance, but just the whole team in general. Everyone was playing hard tonight. You could tell that 7-0 loss lit a fire under their ass, and they were just playing hard tonight. You really love to see it. It really fired me up to see a Bruins team compete like this after seeing them not show up at all last night. And they deserved the 4-0 win. Jaroslav Halak and the Bruins deserved that 4-0 shutout. Love to see it. Penalty kill, perfect. Giveaways 19-6. They forced those giveaways, earned it. 1-1 on the season. You lose to the Capitals on their opening banner night, and then you beat Buffalo. That's how you look at it. Don't look at the scores. We're 1-1. We on the road to start. That's not bad coming home to face Ottawa on Monday. Speaking of that, my next video will probably be the review of the game versus Ottawa on Monday, unless I get inspired to make a video over the weekend. Who knows? But yeah, overall, great game. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to follow me in my Bruins coverage, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you have thoughts. I love to read comments. I respond to most, if not all of them. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.